So in my quest to find another adhesive spray to use, I am waiting on a different version of this to come in. Krylon does make one that's called Easy Tack or something like that, that I do have on its way, or I hope I do this time. But I forgot I had this version of a Krylon spray adhesive. So I'm going to go spray this cup and then immediately come back in and apply glitters. I'm not going to let it sit and wait at all, because this one I don't know that it has a repositionable phase, but I'm going to use a jewel holographic on the bottom from Glitter Bees, and I'm going to use the iridescent snowflake on the top from Glitter Bees. So I am going to get my area ready, get some papers, get some gloves on, go spray it, and come right back. Okay, so it took me about 30 seconds to remember why I forgot I had this one and why I hate it. It smells so bad compared to the others. It's gross. So I'm just going to start applying my glitter. I don't even honestly remember how this adhesive works, so we'll find out here. My spray paint job was terrible on this one, as you can see. It was very muggy. I thought it was like hot and dry, and then I got outside and realized that it was really not. So this adhesive also comes out kind of like bubbly. And I don't have any idea what my working time is going to be with it, so. Okay, I'm not even going to scoop the rest of that up. Tap the excess off. I'm going to grab a second piece of paper, lay it over, and I'm going to do the purple over its own sheet of paper, because then I'm going to mix the two to do the center section a little bit. That purple is so pretty. The name of this one is Jewel. And again, the glitter is Glitter Bees. I almost don't even want to try and burnish this, because I love the way that glitter is sitting on there. But I kind of was setting out to do a tack it test, so I feel like I have to burnish it. Plus I suspect this jewel is going to look really pretty smoothed out. You can tell the adhesive's tacky where it's tacky on my glove. I'm actually going to have to burnish with my other hand that I didn't get any adhesive on, I think. Because I think I will have an issue if I try and do it with this hand. Alright, so I'm going to dump that right into that. And to dump it all into this cup. Just going to grab a little stick and mix it up. And I'm going to go fill in the overlap. Some of this is going to travel when I start burnishing it anyways, so it's not going to be a perfect ombre. So I think I have full coverage at this point. And I am going to go ahead and start with the white. And smooth it down. Actually, this adhesive might work pretty well for a tacket. I don't think I can get past the smell though. I'll be right back. So I had to take a phone call, so hopefully this didn't completely set up. And I also set it down in my mixed glitter, so yep. These things happen, right? So I'm just going to carry on and see what happens to the rest of it. And I'm going to go back and forth and blend that purple up a little bit over that line. I'm okay with that. Just to try and smooth it out a little bit. The purple is definitely burnishing on this though. Wowza. Purple looks a great tacket method. Holy. I'm just going to drag my hand up the whole way. If it mixes some purple in, it mixes some purple in. It's fine. The white isn't laying down the same, but it's a different kind of glitter, so... and they will all behave differently. Like the purple is smooth and this is still, it feels like glitter. But wow. The purple looks great at the bottom, except for where I just rubbed a tiny bit off. Probably where one of those little bubbles was. That's what I thought might happen with this particular stuff. So I actually think, because I don't like what the white is doing, that I'm going to, I don't know, I may go out and well, if I respray it, it's still going to look different because the bottom was a different spray paint. So let me just let it ride. It'll be what it'll be. I'm going to try and get a little Q-tip and get some adhesive on that spot, because as I learned, you can't touch it up after the resin is on. So I will come back when I am ready to get a coat of resin on this. It looks very purple on here. It's really more of a pinky purple jewel tone, but it is beautiful. So I'll be back. Okay, so you didn't see the part where I power washed this because I did a separate power wash video because I've been power washing so much without recording. I did a special power wash video, but I'm going to put the decal on this, and what I'm going to try is this rub-on transfer from the Dollar Tree. I cut this one in 2 parts to apply. I have you zoomed way down, but it's a little guitar. It says Be a Little Wild. There's a little bit of a rustic-y feel to it. I'd also bought this one with the feathers. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. They had a bunch, but these are the only 2 I grabbed. So I am going to do the letter part first. These you peel off the backing, and this part transfers. These are for mostly like scrapbooking and paper crafting, but I'm going to try it on here. I did a a little dragonfly on one project quite a while ago, and it seemed to work pretty well, so I'm gonna try again on a tumbler, because why not? I'm just trying to line up about where I'm gonna want it to go. Try and get the lettering somewhat straight. I'm gonna pick it up a minute so I can look at it. I think somewhere in that vicinity will be straight. So rub-on transfers, you hold down and rub on. So, and I do have like actual specialty tools for this, but I don't know where any of them are. I'm not sure. This is again one of those things that is super awkward to do at this angle. But you can see where that is starting to let go of the backing. I'm trying very carefully not to rip them. Oop, like that. Alright. So I just have to get that lined back up. I don't really know where that came from, so I'm actually going to hold off on that part. I'm going to switch to the guitar. Of course, this tumbler is curved and everything else. Curved at the bottom, tapered at the top. But why not make it extra challenging for myself? This is a really stiff backing on these. They're actually thick. They're almost like a vinyl decal rather than a standard rub-on transfer. So now I'm going to come back in and do the rest of the lettering. See, now I can see where that came from a little bit better. And I just bumped my L a little bit. I gotta scoot this my way a second so I can straighten that out. Just fell off my desk. Handy. Alright, I'm going to try and get that straightened out somewhat. So, try and see if I can slide that little piece of the L back out a little bit. Alright, so not perfect, but it worked. Something different. These are not the greatest transfers, but that's alright. It was $1 and I wanted to try it. So, I do think it's cute though. So I'm going to get some resin on it. And that'll be that. I'm not going to show it to you. This is going to actually end up in the sale. So I'm just going to show you it now. Because it's not going to look all that different with resin. It's just going to be shiny. So, actually, I'll show it to you now, and then I'll put the resin on just so we can see how it works. But I'm not going to do that right now because I am getting ready for work. So I will be back for one last little part to this. Okay, I'm ready to get resin on this one, but I'm going to put a little bit of my IPP Mistress Cheat Glitter in my resin. So, give a little sprinkle in my cup here. I already have this mixed, so I am ready to go. Just mix it in. And I know this decal is not perfect. Again, it was just a test, and we'll see if it even sticks down with the resin. So, who knows? I went pretty heavy with that glitter, so we'll see. This may need one clear coat when I'm done. It's not too bad. It's not too saturated with the glitter. I'm trying to tell if I can feel any of the glitter, but with the glove it's tough to tell. I'll know in a little bit when it's dry. I did use my KS resin liquidy split for this coat, so that is it for this round. I will come show you a close-up in a bit. Okay, so here it is done. It actually came out pretty good under the resin. I am pretty pleased. I can see this tiniest bit of where I'd cut it, but not that big a deal. The couple little flaws are not that big a deal, but I think it's super pretty. Cute little wine glass. So, that's it for this one. I'm going to get it cleaned up, and this one will end up in whatever my current sale is before it goes to retail.